Hey, good morning, everyone. Tim Nolan with my business partner, Joe Cuny here. This is the Goin Postal podcast. Welcome to 2023, Joe. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Excellent. Doing great. Hey, getting the new year started off here, guys. We're going to get with you today and do a year in review for 2022. So stick around. We'll see you on the flip side. Hey, good morning, everyone. Tim Nolan here with my business partner, Joe Cuny. Joe, how are you?
I'm great. What's going on?
It's a new year. It's 2023. This is the Goin Postal podcast. We are Postal Blue Book Help. We are excited about the new year.
Got a lot of things on the horizon.
A lot of things on the horizon for 2023. This episode, folks, we're going to do a quick year in review, kind of a snapshot again of what 2022 had for us, and go through a few things. And then our next episode, we'll have some more great content to share with everyone. But let's just quickly go through again, Joe, what we can do and how we can help all the folks out there that are listening today.
Yeah, our goal is really to do anything we can to help you guys retire through Postal Blue Book. Obviously, we've promoted for weeks and weeks and weeks. You guys call us up. We're going to help you guys fill out that Blue Book absolutely free of charge. So make sure you reach out to us, hit us up online at Postal Blue Book Help, and we'd be happy to do that for you guys with obviously no charge.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So, guys, you run into a jam with your Blue Book paperwork or White Book paperwork, whatever it's called now,
right.
2023, who knows what they're calling it.
Right.
But you run into any type of snags with your paperwork, or you just want help filling the darn thing out because it's big and you only need 9 pages out of it. Right. So reach out to us, postalbluebookhelp.com, fill out the information there, and one of our federal retirement consultants will reach out to you and schedule an appointment to go through filling out your Blue Book with you.
Yeah.
But Joe, let's kind of take a turn back to 2022 and just kind of go through some of the things that we were able to do and what we accomplished here at Postal Blue Book Help.
Yeah. And before we get into that, Tim and I had spoke before we came on. We want to send our condolences out to the Hamlin family.
Yep.
Hopefully that young man that got hurt in the football game last night is okay. We're still early in the morning here. So we're not sure where he is, but scary thing. And, we all love the NFL and all love watching, football, especially Monday Night Football. And to see that happen, it wasn't a great way to kick off 2023.
No, it wasn't. So, our condolences and prayers go out to the Hamlin family and the whole Buffalo Bill community out there. So, look forward to seeing that 24-year-old athlete just back on the field as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So on to kind of a year in review for us in 2022.
Yeah.
Tim and I's brokerage has grown into a pretty nice sized brokerage, and we're super excited to see what happens in 2023. We did add about 4 new agents that you guys will see at all the state seminars. Tim and I can't be everywhere, and as you guys know, with the UPMA especially,
Sure.
we go to a lot of their state seminars. That we're not going to be able to be at all of them. So we want to kind of do an introduction. We're going to flash pictures up on the screen so you guys can see who they are, so you can put a face with the name.
Yep.
But we'll kind of start with Tim brought on some folks that he had worked with in a previous life.
Yeah, absolutely. So this year, again, as Joe said at the UPMA, at the state conventions, which, Joe, we just got that list, so we got to start dissecting it and see where we're going, where they're going. But we're excited to bring on one of our first new federal retirement consultants with Postal Blue Book, Dan Brungard. Dan is, I worked with Dan years and years ago in the financial world, and Dan brings a wealth of experience and understanding the federal space is something that he really desired to do here late in his career. And so, folks, you'll be seeing Dan Brungard at these conventions. He brought along with him Tim Neer, also another new face that we're excited to have here with us at Postal Blue Book Help. Tim, again, has a wealth of experience in the life and retirement business. And so another new face that you'll be seeing here at the state conventions. And then, of course, we have Fred Netzel.
Yep.
A lot of you remember Fred Netzel, have seen him at some of the state conventions. A lot of you have worked with Fred from a retirement standpoint, helping you with your Blue Book and other things along those lines. Fred continues to grow as a federal retirement consultant and will be bringing great things to you at the state conventions as well this year. Joe, I'm going to let you introduce our next newest member, Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica Turner has started with us about 3 months ago. She did a little Medicare with us, and I had worked with her in a previous venture in some supplemental insurance for multiple years. She's a breath of fresh air, a lot of fun to work with, and has really been doing a great job for the last 3 months with us working with postal workers and federal employees. So
absolutely.
Really excited to have her on board.
Yeah, so, folks, again, postalbluebookhelp.com. We'll have new bios up on our website here in the coming weeks with all these new folks that we're bringing on board. But want to make sure that you can put a face with the name when you're seeing them at the state conventions coming up here in 2023. Speaking of state conventions, Joe, as we're doing this year in review, we had a great 2022.
Yep.
Right. We had the national convention here in St. Louis, right? Over, what was it? 1,200 or so postmasters
Ton of people
from around the country. Got to know a lot of new ones, saw a lot of familiar faces that we've worked with in the past, guys. And then, also we attended quite a few state conventions. And so, we really want to just first off say thank you to the actual UPMA organization for allowing us to come in and be an educational source for you and your members, because, that Blue Book, your benefits as a whole, we have people 35, 40 years that have been with the Postal Service, and those benefits they got 35 or 40 years ago. And being able to educate them on what the benefits mean while they're still working, but then also when they're going to retire, we feel, and we've heard feedback from folks, we've got some reviews on our website as well, that have said, we've been able to explain the information very clearly and easy to understand.
Yep. I think it's going to be really cool too, and it's kind of just popped into my head. But we could probably do a couple of these podcasts live from
on the road.
Are
we going to go on a road show
and get some of the presidents of the UPMA and the states to sit down with us and just talk about whatever potpourri. Just a multitude of things. So. We might be able to do that. That'd be fun instead of just me and you just sitting here talking to each other.
Right.
We get bored with each other after a while. So bringing some fresh faces in, I think would be a lot of fun.
I think it would be great. So for those of you that we've already met and for those that we haven't met, you can simply go out to our website, postalbluebookhelp.com, click your information in there. There's also an email that you can just send to us, info@postalbluebookhelp.com. And, if you want to get on the air with us at one of these state conventions that we're going to be coming to, and we're going to publish that on our Facebook page as well as on our website. But if you want to sit down with us and do a 10-minute interview, if you will, we'd be happy to schedule that with you when we're on the road, and we'll bring Goin Postal, this podcast, on the road. It'd be kind of fun.
It would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where is a national convention this year in Denver?
It is. Okay. It's in the Mile High State.
Yeah, and that's is summertime?
August time. Yep.
Yep. Well, it'll be a great time to be in Denver.
Yeah.
Go see a concert out there. If you guys haven't been to Red Rocks, Tim and I got to experience Red Rocks last year. Very, very cool venue.
Yeah, and Fiddler's Green is where we saw our favorite band, Dave Matthews Band. Saw them in the amphitheater, so very much like a lot of the amphitheaters around the country, but just very unique.
Yeah. We, a lot of these state UPMAs that we go to are, it's constant work, and then we get to have some drinks and really get to know people afterward.
Yeah.
But at the national convention, we really got to meet people from all over the country, just not one state.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it was a ton of fun.
It was. Well, we had that hospitality night on the Tuesday night, the first night after the golf tournament, which if we're given the opportunity again, here come Denver at the national convention, we'll do the same thing.
Right.
You know, it was a great way for us to meet a bunch of the postmasters from around the country that we had not been visiting yet from the state conventions. And so it's great. It's great. We are looking forward this year. I do know we have plans to come up and start exploring the northwest part of the country. I know Patrick Fisher, if you're out there, we're going to come see you this year at the Oregon State Convention. So be prepared for that. So looking forward to getting a little bit further west of the middle of the country, because everything we've done so far has been here either in the Midwest or over in the Carolinas with the SOC and the South Carolina Convention. Not that we're not going to be there for those, but we are also going to expand a little bit west now.
Well, and from what we hear from people like Patrick, and they don't get a lot of attention up there. And, you know, our goal is to make sure that we take everybody that wants to be taken care of. So we'd be happy to be up there. Hopefully it's Tim and I, because we want to go see the Northwest a little bit more than we've got to.
Probably bring our golf clubs too.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, you know, we can only be so many places. And now that, you know, our brokerage is expanding, you know, a lot of these state UPMA conventions are at the same time. They're on the same weekends. So now that we have more bodies and more help, we'll be able to get to these different conventions.
Absolutely. You know, and that brings up another point that I know we covered in one of our previous podcasts, but you know, for those of you that are retiring, or those of you that have retired and are enjoying the retired life right now, you know what? Maybe you want to get back in with your former colleagues, right? Maybe you want to be an ambassador with us for postalbluebookhelp.com and maybe get back out, maybe do what we do.
Right.
So if anyone out there is interested in exploring a retirement career, whether that be, you know, a couple days a month, or maybe it's going to these conventions and representing our brand, as well as being an ambassador for just the services that we offer, we'd love to talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, go out to our website, our phone number, everything's on there, email. However, if you already have our contact information from a previous encounter with us, we'd love to talk to you, because what better resource than to have an ambassador that is a retiree from USPS, postmaster or not, and just start working together. So we welcome that. Hey, you could always be on this Goin Postal podcast as well, as a guest host or even a guest speaker. You know, we had Patrick Harkin on a few weeks back last year. You know, retired postmaster as well, in this business now for a number of years. So we welcome that and would love to explore those options with you here in 2023.
Yeah, I mean, there's people out there that, you know, need help, right? Yeah. I mean, it's the paperwork, although we do it every day, to us is very easy.
Right.
When you look at it, it's very cumbersome to retire.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's one of those things. Don't just put yourself out on an island, folks. I mean, we're here to help you, and it's free of charge, right? Yeah. You know, so yeah, just make sure that you reach out to us at Postal Blue Book Help, and we'll be happy to fill that little void that you guys have and answer any sort of other questions. I know, you know, a lot of people are like, well, what's the end game for you guys? Yes, you guys, we want to help you. We want to do all this stuff. There is an end game for us, right? I mean, we want to make sure that you're financially secure going in to retirement. So if you guys want to go down that road, we're happy to help with that as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Joe, I think that's pretty much wrapped up 2022.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add from this past year?
No, I just hope that everybody had a safe and, you know, great new year and a good holiday season.
Yep.
And we look forward to seeing all you guys, you know, on the road here in 2023.
Yep, absolutely. Hey guys, thanks so much. Remember to check us out at postalbluebookhelp.com. Go out to our Facebook page, which is just at Postal Blue Book. And then this YouTube channel, smash it, like it, share it,
all that
subscribe, do all those fun things, and we'll see you here again in a few weeks. Got some great information coming up on our next podcast.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, guys. Talk to you soon. Goin Postal podcast, and we are Postal Blue Book Help.